Pittsburgh, 1995, a man named MacArthur Wheeler walked into two banks in broad daylight without a mask and robbed them directly in front of security cameras. He was not disguised. He was not rushing. He smiled at one of the lenses. When police arrested him later that night and showed him the surveillance footage, he looked at his own face on the screen and said, "But I wore the juice." He had rubbed lemon juice on his face before entering. He believed, with complete certainty, that lemon juice would render him invisible to cameras. His confidence was not performance. It was not bravado. He genuinely could not see what was wrong with his plan, because the same cognitive equipment required to evaluate the plan was the equipment that had generated it, and it was broken in both directions simultaneously. The psychology of that moment, what it means to lack the capacity to detect your own incapacity, is the mechanism running in every boardroom, every election, every relationship where the most confident person is the one doing the most damage. The reason it never gets corrected is not that the evidence is unavailable. It is that the mechanism specifically disables the processing of the evidence. In the next 16 minutes, I am going to show you the three layers of this mechanism, the cognitive architecture that makes it structurally inevitable, the inversion it produces in people who actually become competent, and the precise reason it operates without correction at institutional scale, not the pop science version. The mechanism, as David Dunning and Justin Kruger documented it at Cornell in 1999. This work originated from a single police report. It has been replicated across logical reasoning, grammar, emotional intelligence, and medical diagnosis. The pattern is not cultural. It is not correctable by experience alone. It is a structural feature of how metacognition fails. The original Dunning-Kruger study placed Cornell undergraduates through tests measuring logical reasoning. After completing them, subjects were asked to estimate their own performance. The finding was not that incompetent performers were overconfident. The finding was the architecture of how it worked, the dual burden. The skills required to perform a task competently are the same skills required to evaluate performance. When the hardware is deficient, both fail invisibly. Subjects in the bottom quartile not only overestimated themselves, they were significantly worse at identifying correct answers in other people's work. Expertise produces its inverse, the curse of knowledge. High performers systematically underestimated their performance relative to peers. In 1844, Charles Darwin wrote to Joseph Hooker about the perplexing nature of men arriving at opposite conclusions from the same evidence. Philip Tetlock's study of expert forecasters found that hedgehogs who organized the world around one central idea were more confident but less accurate than foxes. The first rule of the Dunning-Kruger Club is you don't know you're a member. The mechanism is self-sealing and feeds on correction. MacArthur Wheeler was not a special case. He was a data point in a process that runs in every domain where the cost of evaluation is high. The confidence was never the problem. The problem is that the confidence felt identical whether the plan was sound or not.